Hey, welcome to SiXFramesPodcast. Where we talk about video games, comics, and crippling depression.
Hey.
So enthused. I love it.
Only the best of the best.
I love it.
Well,
All right.
we're
So
here
for
with
night
episode 2.
Episode 2.
we made it. That's right. So we got the gang here. Jamal speaking, starting off.
Here's Jacob here.
Oh my god. And so it begins.
Relax.
So it begins.
Alexis. Maddie, aka Satan.
Yay.
Yay!
What?
Okay.
Alex.
And Lamp.
And lamp.
That's
All
right. Turn on, turn off.
on.
Alright. Before we start, I got some words about episode 1. I want to clarify everything.
All right, good. Let's hear it. Let's hear what you gotta say.
I was wrong.
You were wrong?
I was wrong. No, I was wrong. THQ didn't make Deadpool, right? It was Activision.
Activision. Okay.
So when it was pulled out in stores,
Uh-huh.
it was during the Marvel Apocalypse. When all the games were getting pulled down.
Right.
So it wasn't THQ. And Telltale,
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit I forgot Sam Max,
Mm-hmm.
but I just forgot.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough, right?
Yeah.
But I would say Back to the Future, right, was, to me, the first wave of establishing all the licensed games for Telltale.
Right, yeah.
So that's what I want to clarify. Because I didn't say anything. I just said, Back to the Future.
Just spurting out what you thought was right.
Yeah.
I got you. That's fair enough.
And, okay, Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I said, oh, Will Smith, he's not going to do any more movies? I was wrong.
Oh, he's doing another DC movie?
No, you go to his YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
and they ask him a question.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I like the idea of playing that shot again.
Okay, so it's open that he
So it's
can.
open that he wants to.
Suicide Squad.
So, no. I'll be like, okay, I guess he could do it.
Mm-hmm.
He was fine. He was cool.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's-
he was cool.
Yeah. It's better than that SoundCloud rapper who played that character.
That's a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah. You don't know? You don't remember his name? It was Joker.
Who, Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared.
No, because he had all the tattoos.
Got you. The SoundCloud rapper.
The SoundCloud rapper Joker.
The SoundCloud rapper Joker.
Alright.
Got you.
Alright, the last one.
Uh-huh.
Kid Buu.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually a pretty cool character in Dragon Ball Z. Man. Bro, he goes in. I can't believe it. Bro.
We just straight up trash.
Bro.
talking. The
Bro, I
shame
can't
on
believe.
us.
Man, we wasted our time on that. Never again.
Never
Alright?
again. Not mentioned.
Okay, now we can start.
Alright, so now we can officially start on tonight's topic.
Now we can start.
Alright, so leading in, I wanted to briefly go over Insomniac Studios, because I think it's a real interesting story of kind of like this underdog tale about this studio that started, and before they even blew up, they almost went bankrupt. Because I don't even know if you guys knew this, but they came out with this game called Disruptor. That was like their first game. I think it was like 94, 96. I'm going to have to fact check it. It was a PS1 game, and it was so awful. The game was shitty. It was like this weird, futuristic, first-person shooter, and it had this kind of medieval knight theme to it. But either way, the story was just all over the place. The playthrough was awful. It was kind of like they were trying to bite off of that whole Doom, first-person shooter, Wolfenstein type kind of vibe. That bombed. The studio almost went under.
Of course.
And then after that, they came out with Spyro. And we all know how awesome Spyro is. Spyro was great. A lot of great times.
Beautiful
Spyro. Spyro came out. That immediately boosted them up in PlayStation in sales. And then when Sony kind of caught wind of that, and they're like, oh, this is a great exclusive game for us. What else can you do? And that's when they dropped out with Ratchet and Clank. And then from there, they just kept building, and their portfolio just grew. So I think one of the things that kind of took them under right after that, because they were riding away for a minute, especially with PS2 games.
Yeah.
They already came out with multiple titles for Spyro and Ratchet and Clank. I don't even know how many came out with Ratchet and Clank. How many did for Ratchet and Clank?
Before the remake?
Yeah, before the remake. How many Ratchet and Clank title games did they even drop?
They were
One,
and
two,
Spyro too. Like 4 Ratchet and Clank games?
Like 4 Ratchet and Clank games and like 2 spin-off games.
And 2 spin-off games.
For
Yeah.
the PSP, right?
I think so. And then they also have Resistance.
Resistance, that's another big
I
franchise
think
they
it was
did.
Resistance 2 was the one that kind of blew up on the PS3. No, that's Killzone.
Mhm.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I remember the commercial. I'm like, Resistance or Killzone?
No, it was Killzone. Resistance was later on.
Yeah, Resistance came later on. That was another good game, too, that they dropped that kind of vaulted them out there. And then I think after that, that's when Naughty Dog started to kind of pump it in and started dropping games.
Yeah.
And they just completely, like, overshadowed Insomniac. Like, we seen the games that Naughty Dog came out with. They're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Anything they touch is like, they got the fucking Midas touch. They create it, it's gold. It is selling.
Even Last of Us was from a second team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even Last of Us was from a second team.
It's from a second team, and then everybody loves it. Now it's like part of the full studio.
Yeah, and they shared, Insomniac shared the same building, like the same studio headquarters with Naughty Dogs. And so I think what was just happening was that they were just trying to do a little too much to try to keep up. And they came up with that weird game, Sunset Overdrive. Did any of you guys play that?
Yeah, I know. I seen
Because
it.
that was a Xbox One exclusive.
Yeah, so it was an Xbox One exclusive? Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely those Sunset Overdrive from I saw of it kind of seemed like definitely a little playground for them to kind of like build into the Spider-Man game, or if like, you know, an open world go crazy all around type game.
Right, yeah. You can tell, like, because they have like a particular style and theme that they put in just about all their games.
Yeah.
Which really, like, the color palette, from everything from the color palette to the characters. What was that one game they did where they had the superhero guy? He wore the green suit and he had the letter on it. It was like a Q or something. I think he was tied into the Ratchet and Clank story.
Oh, the hero from the Ratchet and Clank. Man, I'm drawing a black. Check it right now.
To my fact.
Fact check that.
And the Ratchet and Clank, it wasn't like this big like hero dude. You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of his name. There's an Easter egg of him in the Spider-Man game. They reference him in there. Yeah, he's like this big dude, green.
Yeah, big chin.
Yeah, he has like a green suit. But anyways, so they have like the antique-y, goofy, with a little bit of serious undertone.
It's like Pixar.
Is it Captain Quark?
Yeah,
Captain Quark. Yeah, that's him, Captain Quark. That's
Captain Quark. Yeah.
So that was another character. Yeah,
but they were like Pixar because they had a style. It's like they were prominent because they were trying to make this particular style.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yeah, they had a particular art style with their characters and the design. And then they just kind of fell back and they started doing mobile games. And that's how you know you hit rock bottom. He started doing mobile app games, doing fucking hatch dragon eggs.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they didn't do that, but I'm just saying.
That's where that money comes in.
Right, and I think they were just kind of pushing that direction. It's like, all right, we got to stay afloat. Let's kind of venture out. Because right now, we're getting hammered compared to these other, you know, AAA studios. They had to go up against Rockstar. They blew up. They took over once GTA dropped. GTA 3 kind of skyrocketed them, and then Midnight Club series followed. Another GTA game dropped after that. Vice City, then San Andreas, which is still like one of the top selling games in like history. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, they were in a rut for a long time until Spider-Man. Spider-Man literally saved them from going belly up. And it is an amazing game. I don't know how many of you guys got a chance to play it. I know Kev has it, and so does Lamp.
100%.
This guy.
100%.
This guy.
Did not sleep.
Yeah,
3 weeks. I almost lost my eyes.
What?
I had to. Seriously, it was all red. I had to put eye drops.
Oh.
And that was that bad.
So from not sleeping, Kevin completed the game 100%.
Completely 100%.
Yeah, it is an awesome game, dude. The fighting mechanics. It takes what they did great was that they kind of pulled a little bit from everything that they've done and from what they've seen other successful hero games. I mean, it's easy to say that it kind of bites a little from the Arkham Knight series with the whole reflex system and the fight mechanics and the auto lock on for when you're punching and kicking characters. But to me, that's just a tiny aspect compared to everything else they've done. And with the Spider-Man 2 movie game, where you had the free-flowing webbing through the city, like, that was the best part of that game. You could do that just an hour just sitting there, just swinging around. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's like driving like in GTA. It's just open world. Just go whatever you want to do.
Yeah, very free-flowing. And so, yeah, that game definitely set the mark. And one of the things too that I was reading up on was that how this is gonna be like the starting point for more Marvel games, and so they've already planned for the next game. I mean, if you play the game, you already know, Kevin. And have you beat it yet, Lan?
Yeah.
Okay, so you already know there's another 2 game coming out. The way it ended.
I'm ready
What?
for that.
Get out of here.
I'm ready for that. I ain't
That
spoiling
thing-
nothing,
What?
Nice setup.
Yeah, you better not
Nice.
spoil nothing.
Let's
man.
spoil it right now.
but nothing.
Are you gonna get it?
Yeah, I am gonna get it.
Oh,
You got a PlayStation?
No.
Boy.
Let's spoil Jacob right now. So what happened,
No,
Jacob?
bro, don't be a
At
mouse.
the end.
Don't be a mouse.
Whoa, you're gonna call him out? He's gonna call out somebody who's not even here.
Let's call him Smiles.
Smiles. Don't be smiles.
He's about to be frowns once he makes it.
Oh goodness! All right, when you get a PlayStation, you can come holler at us.
Oh, which one? PlayStation 1, 2.
Boy.
Boy, you wanna play Kingdom Hearts, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right,
Definitely.
you know what console it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation 3.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow, okay.
You
All
played
right.
it on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, you play that like a South American.
those bitten off Korean copy games.
Yeah, those hack consoles.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it.
Okay. Anyway,
All right.
Anyway,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Great. I love it. It's amazing. Best game, fastest selling game on the PlayStation this year, hands down.
You're very convincing.
Huge.
You're,
Holding the title.
you're very
I
convincing.
think right now it's Spider-Man, and I think Grand Theft Auto's still up there too. Like it's crazy how Rockstar holds up. I made a list. No,
What?
Spider-Man Dragon Quest 11.
Oh, 11.
Yeah, Dragon Quest 11 is
That's
right
right.
up under Spider-Man.
They only came out. No, it came out here too.
Yeah, but
It came out here.
but
It's already out here.
You're talking about Japanese players.
The Japanese player.
That's
even
They
jacked it up.
will go overnight in lines to buy Dragon Quest, no matter which one it
Yeah.
is.
That's
Right?
true.
You got a 9-year-old
true
man
blue
making the
RPG.
music for the
Yeah.
game. All right, you got Kira Toriyama making the art. Woo! Get out of here, son.
Hot fire. Hot
Boy, you
fire.
like Dragon Ball? You like Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
Hey, let's not talk
You see
about.
the new Broly trailer?
I was about to mention that.
Whoa.
Oh,
We're gonna get to that.
heart.
We're gonna get to
We'll
that.
get to that.
My heart.
We're gonna get to that Broly trailer. I'm gonna wrap up this Spider-Man
Oh.
talk so we can get into some good stuff.
No, but
Alright.
one thing though
Uh-huh.
is I think that it's kind of nice that Insomniac's bouncing back. Because before, I'd say back like early 2000,
Mhm.
them and Naughty Dog, I say they're pretty even now between
Yeah.
Jax and Spyro and Crash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Crash Band. Yeah, because they had Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. So yeah, they're pretty neck and neck, and it just, like I said, it just got to a point where they kind of took off, and like I just felt that like Insomniac just kind of got stuck in this rut, and they really didn't pull back until now, really.
I think they can do it though.
Yeah, they've got it.
I don't think though, like the Ratchet and Clank, that remake was a good stepping stone for them.
Yeah, it kind of got them out muddy water.
It's like kind of like solidified me as like, we're still here. We make games.
Right. Don't forget about us. We're big dogs too. We just stumbled a little bit.
I didn't play it, but like I saw the Ratchet and Clank game from them, and that is a game that looks like it's a remastered done right.
Right.
Ratchet and Clank game? Yeah, that was great.
Oh, you
I
have
played
it? You played it? Oh, okay. See, and you liked it? It's very
I didn't
reminiscent.
finish
You didn't finish it.
No.
Did you get stuck again?
I did. You know it.
Got to that one
But,
part.
No, it's a
One
really
part.
good game. Highly recommend.
There we go. I recommend.
I got my
Highly
own list to
recommend.
finish first.
I
Like
haven't
30
played
games I gotta
any.
play.
I know. Me
Any
too.
of them.
You haven't played any of these games?
Only Spyro. That's it. When I was younger, and I love the game,
Yeah.
but I haven't played any of those. Other
She's
games.
PC Master Race.
Not even. I have a Mac.
Oh,
Oh.
All right, let's
can't.
you are
continue.
Satan.
Yeah, I know, right?
I would not be surprised in like the next few years though if they start making like a Spyro comeback.
Yeah.
I would
I'm
love
sure.
that.
Especially with the rise of like all these nostalgia games. They
Oh,
do Crash
They
Bandicoot,
just made a
Ratchet.
Spyro.
Yeah, that's
They
it. They
did.
do a remaster.
Yeah.
Like HD.
Didn't
It was
it,
remastered.
didn't
Oh,
they
they
do it
already
with
remastered it.
Elijah Wood? Oh, no,
Came
that's
out.
the last
Oh, it came out?
Yes.
Didn't Spyro come out?
Alright, you gonna check it. Check it and let us know.
Elijah Wood voices Spyro.
That is how
Oh,
I
yeah?
updated
Yeah,
it.
I think so.
I had
Like
no
I said,
idea.
I saw that there's talk of it, but like I didn't hear anything after that.
Yeah, 'cause I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook of them trying to redo the Spyro. franchise, or at least bringing it back out and revamping it. Right? Was there
I
one?
don't know what
Oh, no,
they
the
Spiral
13th.
Reignited
Oh.
trilogy delayed to November.
Okay, so it's gonna come out in
This
November.
year.
So that,
Oh, okay,
so we do know that there is one coming out. It'll just be November holidays. You know, they're getting
supposed
it
to come out
ready.
in September.
They're getting it ready for the holidays, so that way people can have it for Black Friday sale or whatever, Christmas, Christmas.
Cribma.
Think they'll be able to compete with Pokemon? I mean, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Come
they
on,
will.
yeah.
The new one coming out is not that good. It doesn't look too interesting.
Oh, the one for the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like that's the only game I think that's coming out November that they'll probably compete with. But not a lot of people are into that Pokemon, so that version of Pokemon. So I think Spiral will have its
Because
get its lift from there.
is it that new Pokemon game like part of the mobile app and stuff?
It's
like
part of
that?
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Pokemon
Okay,
Go.
so
Isn't it
that's why it's like
Yeah.
it's part of the mobile app. So like whatever you
Whatever you catch
you
outside,
use that,
you can use it
yeah,
in the game.
yeah. So it's
I
pretty much
think
cheating.
though, aside from this, Nintendo getting whatever money they can. I think it's gonna be like them testing out the new Pokemon for the Switch. Because at this point with the Switch and how successful it is, they have to make a new one,
Yeah.
I
like
agree.
a Pokemon Coliseum or the
Oh.
the mobile one.
But like the direction, it doesn't feel like a big chance. I don't know. They could have done more. I know they were limited with the 3DS and everything, but I think they could have done more with the upcoming one. They didn't have to dumb down everything to the most basic of bits. It's like they could have literally released that on the 3DS and it would have made no difference.
Mhm.
That's what I think, except graphically wise.
Right. Yeah. I think they were going for a Pokemon game console. They could have came a little harder than
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Game Freak
this
tricked you.
Eevee. Was it Eevee Pikachu
Yeah,
edition?
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that, where they follow you around on
Yeah,
the Game
let's
Boy
go.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna get it.
Of
I'm just
course.
saying that it's.
I'm going
But
to
do
shit
you
on
have to go and get the app to get
Huh?
those Pokemon?
No, you don't have to get the app to get the
And you
Pokemon.
have
It's only that's the big
Oh, that's optional.
downfall. It's the only 150. They have
Huh.
800 plus, and they only give me 150. I want to see my 3D Mudkip. All right.
Do you still play that?
What?
Pokemon Go?
You want to
Pokemon
find my
Go?
glass code?
I mean, I ain't going nowhere.
Like, at work, they don't got one little Pokestop.
I don't work.
There's no signal. at
And
my
that's why we
job.
do the podcast. So we post.
We're all poor.
But laugh. Let's get down to it though. In your house, you don't have any Pokemon that appear. You don't sweep around and check for them.
Wow.
Poking the hornet's nest.
Wow. It's a coffin.
He's
Hey.
poking the beetroot.
You'll find it in the trash can, man. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Boo yourself.
Boo.
That's right, Boo Jacob.
Boo.
All my life, I've been booed.
Look at that. That's funny.
Sad house.
All right, so
Oh,
Spider-Man. Great game. Buy it, y'all.
Buy it.
And
100% is easy.
yeah, 100%.
It is
is
easy.
definitely
It
is.
is easy.
And one of the things too that I like that they're doing to kind of go back full circle here is that in an interview with the creators from Insomniac Studios, they were saying that they're taking into consideration a lot of the complaints they got from the game. It's just minor stuff. Some of the side quests are super, repetitive. You do a lot of the same things. Go here, find this, beat this guy up. Go here, find this, beat
Well,
this
I
guy
never
up.
find them.
Like the smaller stuff where you talk with some of the locals for the side quests.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Like all of those little side quests, those are all the same. Like
Yeah.
pretty much. It's just a different person, but you still swinging around, beating up goons and freeing something.
What I don't like is when you beat the game,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a spoiler, but you don't do a lot of the crimes that you don't fight the crimes that you do in the beginning. Like when you go, when they have a car accident,
Right.
the cars will blow up.
Yeah.
They don't blow up anymore.
Oh no, they don't.
They don't. And I was like, come on.
I need to go free roam for a little bit and see since I've
Yeah.
beaten it.
This game will make or break. It's a 10 out of 10 and 9 out of 10 for me. They got pizza delivery mini games.
Oh, I wish.
There's
Oh,
no,
I
there's no
wish.
pizza
There's
time.
no pizza
There's
time.
an Easter egg for it.
There
There
is
is an
an
Easter egg for it because there's a lot of Easter eggs in the game. You'll find out when you're doing because one of the things in the game is Peter Parker's a photographer. So one of the side missions to get little extra stuff, you go around taking pictures around the city, and there's a lot of hidden photo ops. And so you take a picture of like the pizza place where he used to deliver the pizzas from. So that's on there, but not you don't deliver. You don't deliver the pizza. Sorry, you do catch pigeons.
It's not the same as pizza though.
Do catch pigeons.
You get
Not
to
the
catch
same as
pigeons.
pizza.
You get to catch pigeons, so that's pretty interesting.
So glad
I don't want to be pigeon catcher 5000. I want to be the pizza delivery man.
You get to save the environment.
You
You
can
get to
save
catch pigeons. It's a lot of neat little things they do in the
Isn't
game.
that a birth environment just webbing shot at birds?
I would think so.
Oh man!
I mean, I think the webbing could be organic. So
Yeah, there you go. It's biodegradable.
100% natural.
That's right.
all right, that's right.
I mean, isn't there going to be a DLC later this month?
Yeah, Black Cat. The
Yeah.
Black
Oh,
Cat
yeah, that's right, that's right.
DLC. So in the game, she has this little mini game where you have to like locate her little cat idol dolls, and you eventually track it down to her hideout that she pretty much tricked you into finding.
Alright.
And so that's its way of kind of leading into Black Cat's coming soon. So yeah, so that's gonna be the next DLC.
But, I
There's
wanna
like 3
know-
though, right? 3 big
Yeah, there's
DLCs.
3.
Okay.
I was thinking they're selling it right now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like $29.99, and then that's all 3 of them. I was like, why don't you sell one at a time, or is it bundle?
I guess it's a bundle thing. Like
It's a
once you
bundle.
buy you get all the DLC.
And I spent $30 after I spent $60. I dropped $60.
It better. All I'm saying is, it better be Witcher 3 quality DLC if they're gonna make me spend
An
$30.
expansion?
Because Witcher 3 was like a whole another game for that DLC Blood and Wine pack.
There's only one DLC I can say that can live up to the Witcher 3 one. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
No, but like the Witcher DLC though.
Uh-huh.
I haven't even finished Witcher because that game is so long.
Mm-hmm.
But like that deal, it got its own damn award for it. So
Yeah, it is. It's incredible. It's a whole another game. Great job, CD Projekt. Great job.
That's right. You don't need a sequel.
release your next game already.
So, like one of the best features, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
that Spider-Man did great was that app feature, like the Spider-Man page, the
Oh
the
yeah,
pause
yeah,
menu.
yeah. The social media.
the
page.
social media, yeah. I'm telling you, these people, like, it feels like a real conversation. Like everybody
Yes.
replying to each response.
Yeah.
Everybody's like every action that happens in that game is tweeted on that social media app, and it's open. It's real, you know. It's actual people talking
Mhm.
with each other, and they got the most hilarious thing ever, man.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of one out of my head, but they're freaking hilarious.
Oh, the one Spider-Man can say crime, but he can't say pineapple. You know.
Oh yeah, he said, but they still out here putting pineapple.
Exactly.
On
He
pizza.
can stop crime, but he can't.
Yeah.
He can't stop people from putting pineapple on pizza. Which different debate, but
Hey,
No.
it's good.
We're not
You
into
know?
that.
You're
We're
not
not
getting
into
into
that.
Let me defend Lamb here real quick, because those of you that don't like it have never tried it.
Oh, I have.
So
Like
What are you talking about?
I'm just
I've had
saying.
pineapple pizza.
I
then
have
you're
tried.
crazy because it doesn't taste bad.
It
It
doesn't.
does.
It's not my favorite topping.
It does
It's not
taste
my
bad.
favorite topping, but it doesn't taste bad.
I've tried it, and I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I
don't
rest my
like it.
case.
In your
I-
taste
Oh yeah,
buds,
let me say this.
It's okay to be a con.
When I make it,
It's like eating warm pineapple.
Yeah.
no, but
It's disgusting. It's
Go ahead.
all right, but when I make my homemade pizza,
Uh,
what I do is I'll try to drain some of the juices.
mhm.
So when it bakes, right, it's a little burnt, it's a little dry, but
Mhm.
it's not watery.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
not
the
supposed to
problem.
be.
It's because people eat it and they don't cook it right, and it's like you're eating watery juice.
So in
and
other words,
pizza.
you guys are making it wrong. if y'all
Yes,
don't like
you're
it.
making it wrong.
Well, that's it. Blame
gotta-
Pizza Hut and
you
Papa
gotta do it like a
John's
luau.
and-
Well, why would you get it from Trash Pizza City?
what?
Because I'm poor and I eat Little Caesars.
Hey, that
Hey,
$5.
Little Caesar pizza.
Stop high-fiving each other. Little Caesars is poison, except
Hey,
for the crazy
It's
part.
good
Hey,
poison. It's
hey.
cheap poison.
Let me eat my cardboard and cheese, okay?
It's a good thing we
Either
didn't
either get heartburn
It's not bad.
and don't
though.
get aftertaste from Domino's. All right.
Just roasting them now.
Listen, Domino's and Pizza Hut, yeah,
Can
those
you
aren't
guys
that
stop?
good.
We need them to sponsor us.
But do we though?
do it.
I
I'm
think,
down
I
with
think
those.
you forget though. We spent 3 years microwaving styrofoam noodles and eating it.
Bro, we were putting it, zapping it in the microwave. We were eating radioactive.
Oh my god.
Radioactive
Yeah.
pizza.
Radioactive,
In the
no,
morning.
radioactive
Radioactive.
pizza, radioactive,
Maruchan.
radioactive noodles.
Oh, God. In a good way, it's a good thing that we high five each other because Little Caesars $5, y'all.
You're gonna break the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. He can't hold his focus.
Man, we should just rename you to Giggles.
He's the hyena.
Giggles, the mime.
Alright, so
Lord.
let's say we're done here with Spider-Man now and Insomniac. Any last words?
I mean, that was a great game. And like he was saying, attention to detail. That's big for me when it comes to video games. And they've got it nailed to the T, all the way down to if you ride the subway, like people like fall asleep on you. There's a guy dressed up in like a cheesy Spider-Man outfit talking to you on the subway. The detail, man. That game has a ton of it. I love it.
Someone is raising their hand. They want to go to potty.
I have some last words.
On Spider-Man? Okay.
Okay,
Non-relevant
alright,
Spider-Man.
alright.
Last words.
Alright.
Pineapple pizza sucks.
Hey.
In the podcast.
It sucks.
That's the end of the podcast.
Bye.
Thank you for
Let's start
listening.
drawing the thumbnail.
All right, sliding right along.
We're moving on to the Herbie reboot.
Herbie.
Herbie Iron Giant.
Hey.
Where's Leslie Lohan?
Whoa.
Whoa, she's out there trying to save people from Germany and getting slapped.
Oh.
Not knowing that that's their kid.
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw that?
Here comes the
That's
shade.
funny.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I'm gonna have to look that up. All right, so Transformers trailers. Thoughts and opinions on that?
Specifically Bumblebee.
Yeah, because it's pulling from that story.
You know, Transformers is a series from 1984, and then that's it.
That's it. 84. That's when it started.
Yeah, that's what
Was it
started.
Bandai Namco, right?
No,
No, the toy
It was
company.
Hasbro?
No, it
Not
was-
Hasbro.
it was a partnership between Hasbro and I forgot what the Japanese animation studio was, and they made a series based off a toy line they want to make that was in Japan,
Right.
and they want to bring it here. It's the same with Voltron and other
The big
cross,
robots. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
cross show, and that's it. But no, Bumblebee is based on nothing. It's just his own story. It has a little. It takes because it's like a prequel, so it takes a little bit from the first series where Bumblebee comes to Earth. He meets a boy, but instead of boy, it's a girl. And that's it. They're just running around till Optimus Prime's arrives with everybody else.
Sees that he's in like I guess a safe haven.
Yeah.
They can go hide there because of the big war on Cybertron that's taking place. Okay.
But then Sam Witwicky appears.
Sam Witwicky.
This time no, but this time it's John Cena.
But he's the bad guy though, right? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
makes
The trailer doesn't really.
Do justice with him.
No, it doesn't tell you.
Not that, but yeah, I think you just can't.
It's
tell.
but you could tell what movie it is. You know.
But I haven't seen John Cena in the trailer. I haven't seen him.
He's in
He's
the
in the
trailer.
trailer, man.
No, Jake, he's just
Jacob.
making another bad
Jacob, you're not.
I saw
Why
that
is he
trailer.
sitting next to me?
Jacob, your jokes would not fly. All right. We will stop you.
Oh,
That's
that was
funny.
a joke. I was about to.
Because John Cena, you can't see me, John Cena. I didn't even see him in the. What John Cena? Okay,
Okay.
maybe we were the slow one.
No, that's why I continue talking.
I was like, what do you mean? He's in the
No,
You
it
caught me off
took-
guard with that.
Took me a second, but once
He
you
was
said-
waiting for it too. He was
I
plotting
know. That's why it's like, oh, they didn't get it. Like, I know. That's why I
we
keep talking.
we ran over the joke so we wouldn't have to stay on it.
What do you mean? He's ahead of his time.
But what do you think about it?
I mean, for me, from what I got from it, I just honestly just like those Transformers, the way they looked, because it was more Gen 1. like that generation of Transformers that we know from the animated series growing up. It's like Optimus Prime looked cool, Starscream looked awesome. He's one of my favorite Transformers. Or Decepticon.
I think
Who's the other guy that they showed?
Soundwave.
Soundwave, and the little tape cassette shot out his chest and turned into the little panther thing.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I like that. They showed a little brief battle happening on Cybertron. They didn't show Megatron in the trailer, did they?
No.
They didn't. Okay. They didn't show Megatron. He's another one of my favorites of Decepticons.
No, but that shit is great. I liked it, but at the same time, it's like, kind of seen this already.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
It sounds like
There's no Michael Bay, but
That's good news. No explosion.
So who's
I mean, there's still explosions.
I don't know who's directing this one.
Still explosions.
Because I was about to ask that, like, is Michael Bay? Am I gonna see more explosions?
No, it's still. But the thing is, I think it's Michael Bay's producing it, or like it's sort of in the same company.
As long as
I don't know. You gotta look at that, find
as
that.
long as what's her name, Megan Fox, she finally gets a break from the movie.
Megan Fox is finally not gonna do any of these CGI based of cartoons and comic book movies like
And Michael
Ninja
Bay
Turtles.
contracts.
What'd you say?
Michael Bay contracts.
Oh god.
Yeah, you ever seen that interview with her when she was talking about Ninja Turtles? How she said, "Well, I like Raph. Raph is the leader of the Ninja Turtles."
Already started wrong.
That was funny.
Lord
They
have
aired
mercy.
it like 3 times on
She doesn't even like research
Nickelodeon.
before talking.
Yeah, it does say here Michael Bay is one of the producers, but Travis Knight is the guy
Yeah, Travis Knight.
that's directing it.
What movies has he done?
So he did Kubo.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I know
right.
he did Kubo.
He did Kubo, the 2 strings.
So he'll have that like child and like hero dynamic kind of going on with the young kid. Because Kubo had the big beetle samurai warrior guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why he's kind of good for this movie, because he knows animation. And that's why when we see him
that's his thing.
transform, that's why we agree it feel better than the other movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The other ones look like barf pieces of machinery.
Yeah, hey, that's all he's done is animation. Yeah, because he did Box Trolls, he did Kubo, and he did Paranorman. I don't know if you guys saw Paranorman.
I haven't seen that.
He did Paranorman too. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with this. I think it'll stay optimistic, see where it goes, see where it heads.
And then John Cena.
And then John Cena, yeah.
Maybe we'll see him in the movie. Chacha.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will see him.
Well, maybe we will, yeah.
Once I hear that theme song,
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
I'm sure that'll play.
He's trying to venture out beyond wrestling so he can be like The Rock. Because he has enough charisma to do it. People like him.
Yeah, he
So
can act too.
Because he can act, yeah. So
So
trying
can go back, pass down the mantle to the next.
yeah,
John
whoever
Cena.
the next big guy is now, I don't know. I haven't watched wrestling. So
Don't worry.
well, mainstream at least.
And,
WWE.
Yeah, we got the good wrestling.
Watching Japanese wrestling.
That's right. We watching the Japan wrestling.
Japan wrestling.
Gravy. With that Bumblebee movie, anything else? Did you see anything that you like? You saw the trailer, right?
yeah, I saw the trailer tons of times.
Pull anything from it?
Was that good?
Is that good?
I like the characters. I love Bumblebee. That's my favorite character.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't like the direction of how I was gonna go with the whole girl thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Sam.
Why y'all so stuck at?
Because Sam was wiki is Sam was wiki, man.
Yeah, man.
But he did a good job. He did a pretty good job too.
But you're like, Optimus!
I mean, come on. If you were in a movie with giant fucking robots, you're gonna be.
I'll be like,
Well, yeah, but I
Well,
mean,
that's
realistically,
Nah, that's good.
I mean, that's someone else. That's me. That's you. But it's someone else, like an actual day-to-day 9 to 5 guy job.
Me and Optimus
guy.
Prime are gonna fly like never ending story. Yay!
On trail.
Yeah, Sam Wiki is like the middle ground, the guy who
You can
sees
connect
out
with.
yeah, you can connect with him.
He's more
He's
realistic.
your connection.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to be a hero, but he has to because everything is like literally in his hands, and he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta do something about it." I mean, the girl is alright. I don't know how she acts. I don't know how she'll do.
Right. I mean, yeah.
It's giant robots. I'm gonna watch it regardless. That's my take on it.
Wednesday.
You don't think this movie can potentially overshadow the other Transformer movies?
Personally, no. Yes, you could put hate on Michael Bay and how he does the movies. I'm not gonna lie, it's my guilty pleasure to watch those Transformer movies.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Why?
4, probably. 5, non-existent. I mean, yeah, there was a dinosaur there, but come on, like you can't do that. That's too much. That was too
I mean,
much.
they had dinosaurs.
Grimlock.
They had
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
Grimlock.
Yeah.
Yes,
Love
Grimlock. Come
Shot
on.
fire out.
Grimlock.
No, dinosaurs.
Grimlock.
That was
Dinosaurs.
the
Grimlock.
third one, right?
You
That was the
cannot.
third one, right? Where they had the Dinobots?
No, that was like the 5th one.
I thought you just said the 5th one was non-existent.
Oh, yeah, what?
Backtrack.
He doesn't even know the.
You don't even know what he's talking about. Anyway. Lord have mercy.
But why do you like him? Why do you like him so much?
Like I said, it's a good guilty pleasure. I just love
It's
giant robots.
explosions and robots.
Yes.
What else can go
What
wrong?
else
I
could
mean-
go wrong? Except for
Basic
story.
needs. Yeah,
Ba-
just fits
basic
your basic
needs.
needs. I want to see robots and shit blow up.
He's like
That's
a
all.
junkie. I just want robots.
Oh, it was
So
a fourth
get my
movie.
fix.
Get my fix.
The Transformers 4 with all the Dinobots.
So 4 was Dinobots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
when they're in China. Or was it China, Japan?
Japan somewhere over there. We'll see. They're blowing up everything. Product placement. Explosion. Victoria's Secret explosion. Coca-Cola truck explosion.
I'm pretty sure that it wasn't
Spotify
in Japan.
explode. Like Apple product explosion.
If they're in Japan, Godzilla would have beat their ass.
Oh, Godzilla will beat that.
What do you mean? Godzilla will be a transformer.
Mecha Godzilla, yeah. Just coming in.
Well, Mecha Ghidorah.
All that King Ghidorah. All right. What happened?
What happened?
Finish. I'm sorry.
I mean, I still don't like how they still have him using that voice radio.
The
to
radio
his
voice?
He's not
Yeah.
talking. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only nitpick I have.
I mean, it's funny because
I mean-
in the cartoon he talks.
That's
No, that's a nitpick I had as well. I thought, is I guess his time on Earth. I understand the end of the movie if he lost his ability to talk, but he just doesn't have it to begin with. Unless there's some secret lore, I don't know.
There is no secret lore. They just did that for the movie. I don't know why they did it.
Yeah, that's weird.
It was a weird design choice.
Like I kind of like it because, you just switching through radio stations, making up words, but after a certain point, it's like, oh,
Yeah, I mean, you got to change it up at a certain point.
what do you need? A new radio in his throat?
Something. We'll get him Siri.
Again,
Built-in
yeah,
Siri.
series voice.
Yeah.
Which one, the guy one or the one?
Or Cortana?
Whatever one. Get looked up Alexa or something. She'll speak on his behalf. What happened?
No, that's her opinion for the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
because
She's not here.
Yeah, she's not here. But
Clea's
she'll
on
be-
vacation.
You wanna read it for
We
me?
gotta-
Or you want me to do it in her voice?
Oh, yeah, let's hear it. I want to hear him do it.
I'm not gonna do her justice.
Special
All
message.
right. Let's make it clear to the
Alright,
audience.
so Clea's on vacation. She wants me to tell her side or her opinion on the Bumblebee movie. I'm not.
Oh my god.
So hard.
You gotta talk like this.
Oh,
Ah.
You did not guess.
Who is that? Who talks like that?
That's a sexy man.
So
Sexy.
You seen her
Jacob,
character?
Jacob, do you dress up at night?
Nah, man.
Just something you want to share?
I just have certain voices.
Uh-huh.
I like to-
Alright, I see.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it,
Alright.
Jacob.
I'm not gonna lie.
First of all, we're never going to get through
Okay.
No.
But
Alright.
Just-
Well, for the Bumblebee movie, she said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very excited to see this movie. My first impression when I saw the trailer is that it was going to have a lot of heart, and it gave me the impression of a classic Transformers, like the ones that many have grown to love when they were younger. It also...
Son, is this 50 Shades of Bumblebee?
This is very deep right now. I want to listen. We should have like...
all right, everybody quiet. Let's try to edit some nice elevator music.
It also seemed as if it was going to be more grounded compared to the original. Not that I didn't like the original. Hell, I'm still going to watch it no matter what. But I felt like the original seemed too grandiose and focused more on the special effects rather than the actual story itself. The newer version feels as if they were going the opposite route. But we will have to see when the movie comes out.
Sorry, Cleo.
Jesus.
I'll do the next one. I'll try to read in a more regular voice.
That wasn't summary at all. That was
That
the
was-
whole thing.
That was very heartfelt and emotional.
I know, right?
Great.
A tear came on my eyes.
Any final thoughts on
It was original. It was like all the other ones. You win an Oscar.
I don't agree,
You know,
but it's her opinion.
There you
Oh,
go.
damn.
There we
Oh,
go.
damn.
we're not gonna.
Someone got to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the water sprayed.
You hear that, Cybertron? She want to fight you.
Set it up. Set the match up. Let's get it going.
So that was it for Bumblebee.
Yes. So next big thing here, Creed 2.
What's going on here? We're sitting here having a nice heartfelt moment. You over here.
We over that. We ready to fight. We're talking about boxing.
I know, right?
Like boxing man stuff.
Yo, Adrian, I did it.
I don't know which movie you're watching, but he don't go.
Hey, that's the remix.
Hey, man. Megalobox, man.
That's the remix version from Creed 1.
That's right. Oh man, we got the giggles tonight.
Boy.
All right, so Creed 2, thoughts and opinions on that trailer.
Look phenomenal. Like,
Phenomenal.
Makes you want to go punch a man.
Make sure punch the first person.
The guy who's like, he's got like a whole foot on me. He's a lot more muscular.
It makes
I
me
wanna
feel like
punch him
punching
anyways.
it only.
All right, Kev.
What, me? Okay. Creed 2. Let me put my reading glasses on. I already have my glasses. Alright. Creed 2. So I like the Rocky movies. Alright, so everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And chronological order.
Mm-hmm.
I think Creed 1 was the 7 movie. And then Creed 2 is going to be the 8th movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be... No... Oh, man. I can't fucking talk
Are you
about
that
it.
excited about
I'm
this?
fucking excited about this shit.
Yeah, no.
Let me
from
tell
the
you
trailer.
something.
Yeah,
Let me tell
for
you
sure.
something. Because Ryan Coogler, he
Mhm.
did a great job in Creed.
Yeah, the
1.
first Creed. Yeah, Ryan Coogler
You
did
know,
the first
so knowing that he's not going to do the first one, I'm like, I'm a
one. The second
little...
one. Yeah, he's
The
not gonna
second
do it.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. The second one, I'm
Uh-huh.
a little hesitant about it. Not to say that the trailer didn't wow me, because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great, but I'm not sure how they're gonna still fit his style, because that's somebody else who's gonna direct it, even though he's helping the director.
Right, he'll still be around. It'll be
Yeah.
kind of like a creative hand on set. Okay, gotcha. Now, so this other guy that's directing this movie. What has he done? Has he done?
He done little movies.
Just a lot of independent stuff. Has he worked on
Yeah.
any big films? Who's this guy that's doing this Creed 2 one? I remember seeing Fruitvale
I
Station.
remember the guy who did this. I
Great
think
movie.
he's kind of like a younger director. I think he's like in his 30s.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I think I was looking him up and he did like 3 other movies so far.
Done 3 movies so far. Okay, we'll check it out. But just like a little back history on Ryan Coogler, he did Fruitvale Station with Michael B. Jordan, and that was, to me, that was kind of like Michael B. Jordan's like breakout role for me. Watching him,
Because
it showed a lot of levels to his character, and it was based on a true story. And so, kind of taking that and bleeding it into the Creed franchise that's now about to start taking off.
and that was one of the other reasons, because
Mhm.
Creed 2 came out in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
just like Fantastic Four.
Oh boy!
And so-
that mess of a movie.
And so and Michael B. Jordan was in it, so it kind of, because in the beginning when Creed 1 was announced, I wasn't,
right, it's kind of whatever.
I thought it wasn't whatever. I thought it was like, why are they making this movie? I thought this ended
With the last Rocky
with the
movie,
last
yeah.
one, yeah, with Balboa, and I was like, why are we making this movie for?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
and
why
when Michael B.
pursue this
Jordan, he failed being
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four.
Four. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait and maybe after a couple years when it came out, and I think I watched Fruitvale Station on Netflix. I think that's where I like, okay, I think I'll like Creed, and then you watched it. It came out. You told me it's good.
Yeah, that's what I was like, bro, you gotta watch
Then I bought the Blu-ray.
Didn't we all watch it?
No, we watched.
Southpaw.
We watched Southpaw.
And we had
The
to rewatch
Unsolved
it last-
Murder.
The Unsolved Murder Mystery. We still don't know what happened to the guy that killed his wife, but whatever.
Oh,
Moving right along. Big old plot hole. But anyway.
Listen,
But yeah.
there's a lot of punching, so
That's all
plot
you need.
fix.
There you go. Plot fix. Beat up a guy and keep it rolling. Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, for me watching the trailer, and this one you can see they're pulling a lot of nostalgia from when he fought the Russian. What was his name? Drogo?
Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago, yeah, see. And they're going to have your boy playing the role, too. He's coming back. I can't even pronounce the guy's name. What's his name?
Very switch.
Dunberg. What's his name?
Can't pronounce that name.
Let me see. You got to pull it
I
up.
got
Let me
it
see.
here.
If I see it, I can
I
say
can
it.
pronounce that.
I can see it. Dolph Lundgren. Right, that's it.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren. My grandmother loved Dolph Lundgren. She has a tape collection of VHSs of Dolph Lundgren.
Like Punisher and
All
Master of the
those.
Universe.
All of those, bro. She has, I don't know what it is, but she just really liked this guy. And it's funny, too, because he's like a doctor or a scientist
Yeah, he's
or something like,
Yeah.
in his country. And then he just got into acting, and he was like, shit, I'm not going to do this and make way more money. Why the hell do I need to save lives when I can become an American actor? So it's funny to see him kind of drop that and become actor. But yeah, so he's going to be back in the movie. He's playing the Russian. His son that is going to be the guy he's fighting for Creed. Creed's going to be fighting him.
which is kind of funny because like this guy is huge.
Yeah, this guy's ridiculous.
Like, is that the same weight class?
They can't be. But in the movies, though, it was like that.
Yeah.
Because Rocky wasn't a big guy.
Yeah,
he was
but
pretty small in the movies compared to all his opponents. Mr. T, Apollo. All those dudes were way bigger than him.
Yeah.
So it's classic underdog tale.
Yeah.
Big jacked up Russian dude. Russia versus America all over again.
But I hope it's still grounded because that was the cool thing about the first one. Creed, it was that they brought the groundness of Rocky, of the original, and they brought it to Creed to make a new spin-off. And so with this new one, I hope it doesn't turn into, a cartoon. Because let's face it, Rocky and Rocky 4 fighting Dolph Lundgren and then saying, if I could change, you could change. And his buddy saying, you could change. And stopping the Cold War.
That's right. Together we make a difference.
Together we make a difference. I think, I hope they kind of, I don't know what they're going to do with that. Because it's pretty cheesy.
Yeah, but we'll see where he takes it. We'll see. I'm going to stay optimistic about it. Trailer looks cool. I think we'll go off that.
But not.
What's up,
Rocky
Lamb?
1.
What do you think? Lamb just recently started watching Rocky. Your feelings? So what are you thinking? You hopeful?
For the Creed 2?
Yeah, for Creed 2.
I mean,
how you feeling about it?
Did you watch the first one?
No.
All
I
right.
didn't watch the first Creed. Yeah,
I mean,
so
I had it.
Yeah, I mean, you have it, but like, I want to watch the other Rocky movies first. I just want to. I want to see the timeline. I just want to see like the character development and how they build up to into the new Creed movies. I mean, it's boxing. I want to see people beat up other people. Like I'm pretty standard when it comes to movies. Okay. If it's a boxing movie, I expect people to fight someone else for a good enough plot. Yeah, so
just
it looks good. The cinematography looks good. Okay. The music really does hype you up. Mm-hmm. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Oh yeah, that music.
In the trailer, yeah.
It was so good. I loved how they synced all the punches and all the dynamic parts.
DMX boy.
It was really
DMX
good.
about to get paid again.
I have opinions about it though.
Oh, what's up?
Creed 2. Okay, so never heard of the movie. Never even knew it was out until you guys mentioned it. So I went to watch the trailer, Creed 2, and then I had to go to Creed 1, and then I had to go to, all the old ones.
The Rocky movies.
I was just looking at clips and all that stuff, and I found a clip from where the Creed's dad is dying. Oh my god.
Apollo.
That was so bad. His name is Apollo? Oh my goodness. I hated it.
Oh, with him dying?
Yeah. No, for real.
It was
For real.
wonderful.
It was sad.
I mean,
Yeah, no, it's
he
really sad.
died.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
hard.
It was really sad, and then when I thought about it, like him growing up without a dad, he has kids. Why is he even going into that fight?
Well, you want me to ruin Creed 1 for everybody?
No.
No.
Okay. All right, so you can't, because in order to kind of speak on it, you got to kind of tell the plot and what
I could
happens
tell,
in Creed 1.
because
Hey, don't be
I
a
won't
smile.
say
He's going to like.
I think the movie's been out for
Family
2
is
years
more
at this point.
important than the fight.
I know, right?
Mhm.
Why? Shouldn't family be more important than the fight?
See?
Why is he so?
It's.
I can tell you right
I don't
now.
understand.
It's complicated.
Is it
It's
boxer
complicated.
pride? Is it like?
Yeah, a little bit of that. I mean, that's how he was bringing food to the table. He was a professional fighter.
Yeah,
So
so,
now you want
but
him
he's
to-
gonna risk his life and die.
I mean, but he didn't know that wasn't like the thought going in there.
Spoiler alert.
After how many years?
How many years? Like 40?
Get out of here. No one
What was
cares.
it, in 1984?
Jesus. So, in the original Rocky movie. So, yeah. I mean, he didn't know he was going into that fight. Like, I'm going to get killed boxing. He fought for a living. It's just like any other fight. I go in there, fight. Maybe I win, maybe I don't. But in this case, he got beat up and died.
Well,
He was
yeah.
killed in the ring.
Well,
He better win.
well, he went to the ring because he wanted to prove himself.
Right.
Apollo.
But wasn't he retired by the time
Yeah,
that
he
guy
was,
came out?
he
Yeah.
was tired.
Because Apollo was retired.
He was tired. He was in his pool playing with exercising, and he's
Mhm.
like saw Ivan Drago. He's like, I need to fight. him.
Right, yeah.
Some guy from Russia
Mm-hmm.
coming here to America because this is Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
All that shit, Red Scare, all that stuff. And he's like, I'm American. I go represent my country. And he goes
I got
into
the best intro.
he goes into the ring with
With the Don King, James Brown's up there
James
singing.
Brown. That's right.
That was awesome. Apollo, I love Apollo. He's awesome.
He came in with
Very patriotic.
with
Oh,
the,
he is.
oh boy. He saw the flash when he saw the ring entrance in the first movie.
Uh huh.
When he came in the boat, like
Oh,
George
yeah.
Washington.
Yeah. That was his thing, though. He was a character, man. It was great.
Yeah, because he's portraying somewhat of greatest boxer ever, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
He was
Big
portraying
time.
him.
Yeah, big time trash talker.
Yeah, he was even copying his sort of mannerisms where he talks trash to.
Mm-hmm. He stark shit. Yeah, Muhammad was the biggest shit talker.
But like,
He earned it.
but 3 with Mr. T.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't do him?
Who is
His
Mr.
son.
T?
You know who Mr. T
You don't know
You
Mr.
know
T?
who Mr. T is?
Finally.
I paid for. He's got a beautiful. He has the big chain. What?
She has to be fucking with us right now.
No, well, I mean, keep in mind she's not.
Anyone knows the line. I pity fool.
Well,
he grew up watching that. Different culture.
Good
different
trivia.
points.
I Pity the Fool was coined in Rocky 3.
Yeah, pretty.
That's the first time he ever says I Pity the
He's playing the A-Team. Yeah, you probably don't know the A-Team either. I'm Fred Heights.
Fool. Best scene. Hey, mama. How about you go to my hotel room and I'll show you what a real man is.
Yeah.
You want to fight?
Yeah, he tries to holler at his old lady. Funny. All right, who's else throwing in their hat on this Creed 2
I know,
trailer?
right?
I mean, you guys kind of already covered all the grounds for it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it ain't out yet. We got to see it. Once we see it, we'll watch it. We'll kind of give our critique on it and how we liked it, what we didn't like.
For me,
We'll
though,
revisit it.
For me personally, I don't think it can. And like a rating scales are right now, like I don't think it go below a 7, because I'm a simple man. 2 people beating each other up, blood, and things like yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's an anime.
It's a real life anime.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's funny because if you watch, because when we were watching the first one, and you watch the last fight scene, it's like, wow, this looks like you can see how they take. If you watch 80s boxing movies, like 80s anime boxing movies or shows, and you see some of the cuts, and like, wow, you know where the reference comes from.
Yeah, no, you do. Yeah, a lot of them kind of built it off that.
Yeah, no,
That's
like,
right.
for real. Like, there's a scene where like you see them fighting, and then it cuts to Adrian. She's like blinking, the sad music in the background. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is from an anime.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome. All right, sliding down the list. Yeah, Halloweeny,
It's coming up.
Halloween.
Couple weeks.
Michael Myers.
Oh wait, wrong Halloween.
I mean, it's still this is the month of October. The holiday is around the corner.
Lovely.
So give me some insight. I've watched like one or two of them. I'm not like big on the whole Halloween scene. Like, so what is this movie gonna be? Like a reboot, a continuation?
Continuation,
Yeah.
right? You want to jump in head on this one?
You want me to prepare my cross?
Lord, have mercy.
Bring out your Bible
Let's give her a
and your
chance.
cross.
Let's give her a
Okay. Well, I had to refresh my memory because, of course, it's been a long time since the old movies. But from what I saw from the oldest trailers, it seems like it's a continuation from the original,
Right.
which I like because I think the original was the best one. Like the ones in between that they were trying something different.
The Rob Zombie ones. That's what you're talking about, right? The Rob Zombie
The Rob
films?
Zombie one?
So it's
And
not
then-
pulling
I
from
mean,
that.
Yeah.
is
Okay.
that in the other sequels? Because that one.
And then there was a one of the Halloween movies where
With Busta Rhymes. H2O, Halloween H2O.
Yeah,
I
that
show
was-
him the scene. I tell him, "Yo, Buster
It was
Rhymes."
terrible. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. It was
But
yeah.
I tell Lack here.
what about all that? You watched
No,
it?
I tell him, "Hey man, you want to see Buster Rhymes do kung fu
So bad.
and fight him with the buildings on fire?"
Have you seen this scene? No.
You haven't seen Halloween
And
H2O?
and
No.
from the Halloween, from the new trailer Halloween, it seems like instead of having Michael as a brother, it's like it was a made up story. That's what they're going for. You know what I mean? In the like one of the I think the third movie Halloween, they mentioned that Michael was
Her brother?
her brother.
Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, yeah.
They mentioned that he was her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And in this one, the new one, they're saying that it was just a made up story. So I kind of like that they continued, but they didn't use that. Well, you guys continue.
Man, that story. Jesus, continue. What?
Well, yeah. Okay, so in this new one, Michael Myers isn't going to be the brother of. They're totally scrapping that.
Yeah, from the new trailer that it seems like he's not gonna be her brother.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that because I always thought because if Jamie Lee Curtis is still gonna be in it, what's the correlation then? Because he was hunting her because she was still kind of the last remnants of his family and that hate that he
Well,
had.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what they said in one of the movies, Halloween movies. But in this new one, it seems like it's gonna be like a story they made up.
So is she like the
But I don't know what they're
the
going
detective or the psychiatrist that like studied Michael Myers over all the years? Michael, you cannot do this, and tries to stop him.
And then like they didn't get burnt up or something or blow up.
Something like that.
Something
I
happened.
have to go back and watch some of
Yeah,
those
I'll
old
have to watch
Halloween
those.
movies. It's been a very long time since I watched those Michael. I think watching those Rob Zombie remakes kind of washed out a lot of my memory from the original Michael Myers ones.
Because they give you some extra stuff.
Right, yeah, and it was a little bit more vivid, and I can remember those more clearly. Plus, they were more recent. So, yeah, but I know from my understanding, he was the brother of Jamie Lee Curtis's character, the sister, and, like, he grew up in a real shitty environment, and he ended up killing the stepdad or whoever was with the mom, and after that, they, like, locked him away in a psych facility. Kind of kept him there, and eventually he broke out, and he was on like this path to like hunt her down and kill her. That was like his goal. I gotta kill her. She was like the last piece of my family that I hate.
I mean, it's not very clear in the new Halloween trailer what it's gonna be. Like, is he gonna be like actually the brother? But I don't think so, because in one of the scenes that they added into the trailer, these 3 groups of friends, they were saying, "Oh, that was just a story they made up."
Oh,
It was a story. It was a made-up story. It's not actually a brother or whatever. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But
right,
who knows?
right. We'll have to see when it comes out. Well, something else. Still too soon.
Man, they're just gonna stab people. And Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna come here.
And shoot him.
You son of a bitch!
And blow him away.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we can expect from that one. All right, another movie we gotta wait till it comes out.
I mean, she's been preparing for it for years. And I love how she's like, I've been waiting for him to get out.
Yeah.
So I can kill him.
That's what I'm saying.
I love it.
Years. Okay.
Alright, she's gonna be part of the Avengers.
Jamie Lee Curtis gonna jump over.
It's just her in a shotgun.
Been waiting years for this and shoot Thanos.
You're gonna snap. Snap.
Alright, so Cleo also have opinions on this.
Here we go. News
That's the
update.
message.
Straight
All
from
right.
the cruise ship or wherever she is.
Not here.
Yeah. Alright, she says, a horror movie classic is back in theaters, and I am excited for it. I think that it's great that the writer decided to do a renovation of the Halloween series, considering that many of the films that came after the original ended up being a bit confusing. Perhaps this film can ultimately place the film series right back on track.
Okay.
That's her thought.
Fair enough.
I
Thank
agree.
you, Cleotis.
That's very
Cleo.
insightful.
Clara.
Sounds very insightful.
Facebook post.
It's
All
on
right.
Facebook. Yeah, for real.
Let me type my review.
Thank you for that news update, Cleo. Alright, well, since we're already talking about movie trailers here, the ending to a franchise, X-Men,
That song go? That song go?
Phoenix, which one?
Oh no.
The one they used in
What,
Fast
Hello,
and Furious?
Hello
Yeah.
Darkness?
Hello, darkness.
Hello Darkness, my friend.
The big wipeout.
Big wipeout, and I thank God that this movie is finally here, so we can just go ahead and clean the slate of the bad taste that Fox has left in my mouth with the X-Men franchise. Good God, man, it's been a long ride, and I have yet to get the X-Men movies. Well, besides Deadpool movies 1 and 2, those are the only and they weren't even X-Men movies, but they had X-Men in them because he's still a mutant. So I'll take those. But goddamn, man, all those other movies just ass. When did they start doing X-Men? When the first one come out, like 2001?
Yeah.
The first X-Men movie.
I didn't even start until the second one came out.
Yeah, but I think 2001 was like the first. You guys can check that. I mean, don't get me wrong. X2 is still one of my favorite Marvel movies. Like X2 is definitely on my list of like 2000. Yeah, see, so X2 is still on my list of like top 5 favorite Marvel movies. X2 is still up there.
X2.
X2.
Which one was X2?
You know,
That was the one where they introduced Nightcrawler.
Yeah. I liked his design.
Yeah,
You-
Nightcrawler was awesome.
that was great. It's just that
I think that the story just meshed a little better, and they started pulling a little bit more from the comics.
Yeah.
So then it started to make sense. You're like, okay, I can see where they're taking this. I'm following it. I see what's happening here. Jean Grey's starting to turn dark. They're going back to the history of Wolverine a little bit. They're introducing more mutants. They're starting to begin that whole protocol where they're going to wipe out all the mutants because they don't want them there anymore.
We're not gonna have the little German boy, or no, the little Jew boy being attacked by Nazis anymore.
I mean, yeah, they had a little flashback.
But the Last Stand, man.
What?
X-Men: The Last Stand.
Oh my gosh.
What?
God awful.
you're one of those that like.
Huh? No, I didn't like it, man. I just mentioned it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what it was, but during that time period, it was like the hero movies. The first ones was okay. The second one that came out was like, oh, this is great. This is a great movie. I could really see this really taking off. And the third movie was like what the fuck happened? Blade 1, solid. Blade 2, amazing. Blade 3, ass.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, okay. Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2,
Oh.
another one of my favorite Marvel movies. On my top 5 list for sure.
And then we don't talk about what happened after that.
Then Spider-Man 3, ass.
That Venom, boy.
That Venom.
First of all,
What? It was okay.
What was okay? Sandman?
Yeah,
You know, okay.
you said
Okay.
it?
You know what? If they would have just did Sandman and maybe Osborn coming back as a Goblin role, I could have dealt with that. But the whole Venom and all the extra BS, that was just too much.
It was decluttered.
It was
You
overkill.
mean the movie, the part that made the movie, the dance?
Hey, he was killing it though. Hey.
Emo Peter Parker with his hair kind of flipped with the attitude.
Making every girl
It was
successful.
sassy.
And
That's
know,
right.
very
he
sassy.
sat there. I'll pay the damn rent.
Tell
When
him-
he closes the door.
That was perfect. That was funny.
Punch. Is it punch or slap?
Who'd he slap?
Mary Jane.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah,
he
he did
slapped
it
her.
right.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
she jumped behind him and he's like,
We got What's wrong with you?
And she started having flashbacks of her daddy.
Yo, it got dark.
Hey, I didn't write the story.
It got dark in that mode.
Hey, this is not DC, man.
Hey, nah, Mary Jane. If y'all know about Mary Jane, her daddy used to beat her. He was drunk.
That's right.
That's part of the real story for Mary Jane.
No,
She had a quick flashback. She was like, "Oh my lord, my."
No, but you're right though. The thing is though, they just scrapped Venom and kept the Sandman and Goblin.
Yeah, I think I could have wrote it out with that. But again, third movie came out, flopped, and then with X-Men. X-Men 1 and X-Men 2, I loved it. And then X-Men 3, ass. Like, I don't know what it was during that time period with the movies. And the 2 was good, and the 3 was terrible. It was just that Fox was just, like, dropping the ball.
I'll give my ass simple in Spider-Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
They tried introducing way too much into one movie.
Yeah, no, they did.
It was their biggest, like, even with like Sandman and the Goblin, I think it would have been stretching it.
Yeah, it still would have been.
But like then it's like honestly, Venom didn't have a proper.
No, he didn't. Like, it was not needed. It was like, it felt like an idea that was written at the end, and they were like, let's see if we can kind of.
And that's what it was.
Yeah, we just shove it in there.
You know how we really grabbed the money out of everyone?
Venom, yeah, exactly what that was. Oh, is that legit?
3 minutes ago.
What? Breaking news.
What happened?
Yo,
What
get out
happened?
of here. I wonder if Miles knows this. Oh, I hit the thing.
Wait,
So,
what?
The Walking Dead Scott Wilson just died at 76. I don't know if a lot of folks, any of you guys watch Walking Dead? Any of you guys watch?
Well,
I know I am. I'm
he
huge
played
Walking Dead.
Herschel, right?
Yeah, he played Herschel. He was the guy who played Herschel, the old man Herschel.
Oh boy.
They just posted, IGN just posted a whole article, and I guess it's going to start buzzing on social media pretty soon.
Rest in peace, the only good character.
Now Herschel was great, man. He
Herschel was
definitely-
great.
He was the mediator in that.
Wait, so
in that
the
series.
actor?
The actor who portrayed
Yeah.
Herschel, yes, Scott Wilson. He just
That's
passed.
oh my god.
Mhm.
I loved his character.
Yeah, Herschel was awesome.
That entire show, I could go on for how that show just went bad.
We'll save that. We'll
We'll
say that
save-
when Miles
we'll save
shows
that
up,
one.
because Miles has a lot of input on that. Me too, because I followed it from the beginning, and it starts tomorrow. Actually, Walking Dead is going to pick up tomorrow for the final season. Well, with Rick in it, I don't know what they're going to do after that. I know once I told myself once he leaves, I'm done. Once Rick is out of the show, I'm not going to watch it.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
man.
They're not pulling me back in.
Huh?
You're not putting me back in.
Yeah, they're not pulling me back in. I didn't fall for the whole Walking Dead, the Fear of the Walking Dead like gimmick. I didn't even go for that. So
I mean, when that time comes, I'll rewatch the seasons I missed,
Mhm.
so I give proper feedback on it. But like, when I stopped right after the prison, and
Mhm.
like, no, midway through like Alexandria, where that's where I stopped. So like, I can't.
Alexandria.
This show is.
well, you still got pretty far though. You got to Alexandria.
Yeah, I
You're
got
not that
up
far.
to
And then
there.
I saw.
Alexandria. You also got to Alexandria.
Yeah,
Okay,
I stopped.
you're not that far behind.
It just the show.
If you just said the prison, now I'm like, well, hold on, you might as well just not bother watching it if you stop at the prison. But you stopped at Alexandria. Okay.
And I watched.
And then I saw the fateful scene of Resting Glen.
I didn't see that.
I watched it, and when what's his name died,
Who?
Glen.
then
When Glenn died? Okay.
well, that controversy's about to happen. I was like, you know what?
To this day, I still hold it that Shane was the most proper character ever.
Yeah, no, Shane's still one of my favorites from that.
I'm glad he made a comeback in the Netflix show.
The Punisher. We'll save that when we start talking about Daredevil when it releases later.
Son of a
What else we got here?
Wait, hold on. Clea has a piece on.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
You better be here next time. Bro.
She got we ain't reading these Facebook paragraphs that she's sending us.
Son, I tell you to.
We need you live and in effect.
Just do Texas speech.
we done read 2 posts from her.
Alright, so.
What'd she write?
Summarize
for
it.
Dark Phoenix.
Bro, you gonna read it in a sexy voice or no?
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna read it.
Alright,
I'm gonna
go
cliff
ahead.
note it. God, why'd she write all this? Well, she does like X-Men a lot, like I do. All right, so she's back. So back on Dark Phoenix from the trailer.
So far off track, but past my
Ah, yes, the last installment of the Fox film franchise. I honestly don't even know what to say. At this point, I'm still going to watch it just because it's X-Men. However, I hate to say it, I don't think it would do well. I do declare. Water it down and make it similar to Apocalypse. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're going to do. They're going to water it down and make it similar to Apocalypse. Then she also goes on to tell us They're probably going to take out key details from the original story, just cast it aside, or change it drastically. Great point, because I don't know how we're going to include Wolverine in this. Because Hugh Jackman
Like
already
I
said
tell
he's
you,
done.
CGI, Hugh Jackman, or just his arms and his claws, just fighting hands. That's all he's.
And then she just, and finally she's happy that they're ending it. Like, you know, same thing. I think we all are, and I'm very eager to see how Disney is going to pick it up and portray it since they, you know, bought that deal.
Which
that
movie
new
was
cast.
it that they technically retconned everything? Days of Future Past, was it? Where they retconned like all the past
Days of Future Past was supposed to be like the reset button. Like, all right, let's jump back, let's change things that happened in the past, so it'll try to affect the future.
Good try.
Past.
And what they did was they fucked it up more, because I don't understand how Mystique is an X-Men, and she's a hero and she's a leader.
Yep.
When she was never none of that in the series.
What?
So that completely loses.
I don't know why they push her so. I don't know what.
I don't know. Maybe
Was
it's
she
an actress
really?
thing. Maybe she just wanted to.
That's what she wanted. Like, I don't understand. Like, she wasn't.
She wanted to put on clothes for a few hours.
She didn't want to be the naked blue lady.
Yeah, but she could have. They could have dressed her up. Like, I don't know why
they could have given her
still
outfit
make.
from the
Well, I
series.
don't know why they
She's
still
not
make her
in the
naked.
comics. She wasn't even naked in the comics.
Yeah, so I don't know why they
Gotta
made her
make money
naked.
though.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I understand. Pervy old guys wrote her to be naked originally. And then, all right, let's get past that. Let's throw on her white outfit with the little skull belt buckle and the pistols to make her who she was intended to be.
No, she was marketed for like the old school nerds from back in the day. Doritos,
The Doritos.
all fat. Hell
My darling.
Dark Phoenix.
Breathes heavy into the mic. Yes. Dark Phoenix, Oh man, another. Well, this is it. They'll be done.
The end of an
Can't
era.
wait.
The end of an era.
And it's one that I cannot.
Well, the end of an era
You should just left it.
for this movie.
Mhm.
But there's one
What's that?
that just came out.
Oh, with your boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Venom, is that what you're saying?
The-
Oh my gosh.
Bring back 2004.
Oh my
Can't wait
gosh.
to see that movie. Can't wait.
We're gonna watch it tomorrow, right? We're gonna watch it tomorrow. We're gonna watch. You're not talking.
After listening to the Eminem song though, I'll take changes to I am Venom. It's him going I am Venom. Or however he says in the song.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
I'm Venom. Which is the next we do the review for dedicate the whole episode for
The whole episode for him, yeah. We'll talk about it. We'll review it next time. Okay, so this is a quick fire segment. We're just gonna run through all the current events that like been popping up within this past week. We'll touch on.
because we're a very
give
slow
our
podcast.
opinions. We're building, and we'll just give our quick opinions on it, and then we'll run it from there. How's that?
Yeah.
All right, boom. Captain America
Boy.
put out that tweet. This is his last ride. Avengers 4. He's done. How we feeling?
He's a respected war hero, man, and I will never see anybody play as him again.
Who's the
Filthy Trades is
Hell, Hydra.
Filthy Trader. Legendary war hero.
Legendary war hero helps terrorists escape.
light some candles in front of the house? Some,
Just leave him by the windowsill.
yeah, some Jesus candles.
There you go, Santa Maria.
Santa Maria. Light them up. Little baby Jesus. Just
All
put
that.
it there. Be like,
All that. I'm gonna be crying. I'm gonna be in tears. Like the last movie I cried on was Logan.
put some boys to man.
I watched Logan a while ago.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Yesterday.
All that. All right, sliding down the list here. Toys R Us is supposedly coming back. What's going on with that? I thought they were done. I thought Jeffrey was hanging up the.
Jeffrey got some help. That's what happened.
Jeffrey got some financial aid.
Listen,
I need his
listen to
lawyers.
that song. Listen to that song. Don't call it a comeback.
That's right.
Son, he got financial aid. He got
That fast.
So what's happened? So they're not gonna liquidate their assets.
no. They cancel liquidation of their assets.
Oh, okay. So there's some hope for them.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll probably get into, from what I'm thinking, they'll probably get into the whole online kind of like Amazon type.
Yeah, because
Like they won't open stores, but they'll just sell all products from a website, and they'll just have like warehouses set up.
yeah, and
That'll probably be their best bet.
but that's also where the downfall, because they didn't do online when they
Right.
when they first happened, when Amazon wasn't still popping.
Mm-hmm.
They just ignore online shopping.
Right. And
And then-
like to come in stores and look at our stuff and buy it. Right?
Yeah, but like
Nah,
then they
people
tried.
lazy.
Then they tried, but their websites like sucked.
It
all
wasn't
that
user
stuff.
friendly.
Yeah, it wasn't user friendly.
Okay. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll keep up with that. See how Toys R Us wants to end. I honestly I don't care. I went to KB Toy Store. So.
Me too. High five.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
I was way too poor for Toys R Us.
That's
Same
right.
here.
Whatever other degenerate kid took off all the cardboard off the bikes and skateboards, I used what they used.
I just played with their garbage. Hey,
Yeah,
I got afford
exactly.
it.
Look, the best memories of Toys R Us, it was me going to the store and just to look.
There you go.
We didn't have money to buy anything there. We just looked.
Or when some kid tried opening a Yu-Gi-Oh pack,
Mhm.
slide a few cards out.
Oh, okay. See now he's stealing.
I'm 5
First
years
of all,
old.
they do that more so in Barnes and Nobles than any other place.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. All right, Lilo and Stitch is gonna be doing a live action version because Disney is on this thing where now they're just gonna take all their movies and just bring them back out again, but make them all live action.
Yeah, because they're lazy.
Can they just like cross over Moana with that, and then we have some crazy space scene?
That would be
blow Lance face.
that would
Line
be
right here.
amazing. All right, so thoughts on that? What are we
Um,
thinking? Lilo and Stitch live action. How
Don't
we
touch
feel?
it.
Don't touch it.
I'm
Don't
about
touch
to be terrified.
About to be terrified.
Son, Stitch. Oh, Hannah and his family.
Oh my God.
That's my Igor right there.
God,
Thoughts and feelings, live action Lilo and Stitch.
It's gonna be awesome.
No,
Okay,
it's not.
we got one awesome.
Yes, it is. It's Disney. Name a live action that they've done that hasn't been good.
Oh, you wanna
okay.
Stop
extend the
next.
time?
How you feeling about it?
I have no comments. I mean, it may or may not come out good.
Okay. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I think it's gonna be decent. I'm here for it.
I'm not hopeful for any live actions because all of
I don't know.
them.
Disney's really good.
Jungle Book surprised me.
Jungle Book was great. Beauty and the Beast was great.
Beauty and the Beast
Well,
was actually pretty
you
good.
like
Beauty and the
Beast?
Beast
Someone
was
fresh.
really
You
good.
like
actually.
Beauty and the Beast? Oh, that shit was garbage.
No, Beauty and the Beast was
crazy.
good.
That shit was garbage.
How was it garbage?
Shit's
No,
garbage.
it's just QuickFire. Move on.
Oh wait! Didn't
I'm sorry,
the
that shit's
Christopher
garbage.
Robin movie flop? Wasn't that done by Disney?
Yeah, but that was trash from the beginning.
Yeah, those characters look
It was,
scary.
Yeah, but
it was
I-
great.
I don't
heard,
count that.
I heard it was great in the
it
beginning,
had
and then
Razzard
it became
logo
this
on it.
goofy.
Nah,
family.
I don't count that.
Gotcha. So it kind of dropped towards the end.
Yeah, it dropped towards the
Okay,
end.
so next.
So that's
All
what
right.
happened.
All right. So we'll see how that turns out. We'll follow up with that one again. Hellboy dropped a new poster.
Yeah, that's
Lovely.
We saw that image. It looks good. I don't
Looks
know.
good. but-
No, it looks great.
What stood
I'm
out
just
to me?
saying that tastes
A lot of
in
things
everybody's
look great on
mouth
surface.
that wanted the original one. to
Oh, Ron
finish.
Perlman. Yeah. I mean, they just kind of screwed over your boy.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro with that whole franchise and movie deal, and so
Yeah.
I think that's really why everybody was against it. Nothing against the guy who's going to be playing him now
Yeah.
because he's great in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name at the moment, but so we'll see what happens. From the poster, it looked great. I was like, damn, this shit look at this. It looks great. I thought somebody just photoshopped something and put it out. They're like, nah, that's it.
It was
Look
very
good.
anime-like.
That's good.
Very comic.
We'll see. A lot of things look great on surface, so
All right, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. What else we have here? Daredevil season premiered. Can't wait.
Epic.
When is it?
Epic.
When-
It comes out in like I think October
October 19th.
October 19th. I was saying 13th, 19th.
boy.
Yeah.
October 19th.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm finna binge that.
Same
Daredevil's
here.
my
Son
fave.
of a boxer.
Son of a boxer. And this time we got Wilson Fisk turning into the Kingpin. This is it. He got the white pearl suit on.
Mhm.
It's going down, son.
The Wilson Fisk's gonna
That's-
deliver the promise.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Daredevil imitator.
Yeah, that was interesting too in that
I
trailer.
was so shocked
I was like,
when I
what?
saw that.
Yeah, I kind of know. That's the first thing I had in mind, but I was like, I'm
Of
gonna wait and
course.
see. I
No,
didn't want to guess.
it has to be him because he's like throwing
is.
shit and everything's going in targets.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah, might be him, y'all. We ain't gonna say it. We just gonna wait and see.
Okay.
Any other thoughts, feels? Daredevil?
Excited.
No. Okay, exactly.
Yeah,
No, excited.
I
Yeah.
can't say anything on something I haven't
No, I already
That's
said
this.
my piece. I already like
All right.
I've never seen a series.
All right, we're not talking to you no more.
I mean, we'll see what happens now.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely hyped for it. And last but not least, Mega Man. Live action movie.
Huh?
I know we're hyped for the game, the Mega Man 11 game.
Yeah.
I know we're hyped for that. It's already out. Yeah, it's great. It looks awesome. I saw some clips from it. That looks good. But they dropped an article saying that they're gonna push for a live action Mega Man movie. I personally hope they do the box cover art version. The old guy with the belly.
Now I have your
With the 5 o'clock show. That's right. I cannot wait. I hope they do that. I don't want to see no little boy robot. I want to see a grown man in his 40s who running around with a robot suit.
So Terminator. So you want to see Terminator?
I want to see a reinvented version of Terminator. Exactly.
Or pretty much 2004 superhero movies.
Yeah, pretty much with tight spandex suits on, shooting guns. Can't wait.
It's like real steel.
What's up? What are you thinking, man?
All I gotta say is good luck. Seriously, good luck. That franchise, they've already ignored it for the longest time. They're gonna make a live action movie from it. So if you really want to piss off the fans, just go ahead and make the movie.
You seen that cartoon series?
Don't even get me on that. Don't even.
Like hard to say.
I saw the image you sent me for that, and whatever.
It's for kids.
It's for kids. It ain't for us. That's the thing. Now they got to reach the younger audience. We have our version that we like and grew up with. So now they're going to give them their version.
So give them their cracked out Thundercats.
Thundercats.
One thing, I don't know if we talked about last time, but Titans.
Uh-huh.
I saw the trailer for it. I'm not sure how you guys feel. I'm very 50-50 on it.
Oh, the show?
For the Teen Titan live action show?
Yeah. I'm very 50-50, and it could go very off very fast.
I don't know.
I believe that.
I'm not optimistic at all about it.
Yeah.
The moment he said "fuck Batman," I was pretty much over it. I was like, all right, so now we're just going for shock value. You got
Yeah,
you.
that's right. We're edgy.
We're edgy. We're different. Fuck Batman. I don't need him. Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
I wasn't sold on Raven for sure.
Raven.
All that screaming now?
Raven.
Yeah, Raven's this one right here.
Yeah.
Satan, man.
El Satan.
No.
Bible scriptures.
She's like, I need help. Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
Okay,
What daddy issues you got this time?
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Pretty much.
But that'll be coming out soon too, right? When is that dropping? Now I saw that it's going to be on Netflix. That's another Netflix series. And I think this is going to be the last one that they're going to release on Netflix, because isn't DC supposed to be doing their own streaming service?
Yeah.
Because that's where they're going to put that Harley Quinn show.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be on there. Harley Quinn has an animated series coming out with her and Poison Ivy. I guess they'll do the what's that comic series where it's just the female villains from DC? I don't know. Femme Fatales.
Femme Fatale. You mean the Birds of Prey?
Yeah, but that's with all the bird
the
names.
heroes,
So like the
yeah.
Huntress and
Yeah.
Batgirl and Batwoman.
I mean, they could put some
October 12th.
October 12th is when it comes out.
12 episodes.
So they're gonna compete.
Okay.
So they're gonna compete with
Ahead of
Daredevil.
the season premiere, Titans was renewed for a second season. First ones that come out.
It didn't even came out yet, and they already renewed for. So they be
boy.
riding that hype train too hard. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it. It is what it is at this
It's not
point.
gonna get canceled. We all
It's
still
not
watching
gonna
Gotham.
People still watching Gotham, the Green Arrow, DC Heroes,
The
Justice,
Flash.
the Flash.
Flash.
Oh, fifth season comes out this upcoming
We
week.
got 5
So,
seasons?
yeah,
5
Flash started on
seasons,
5
man.
seasons.
Damn, I stopped watching after like the second one.
Have they renewed Black Lightning? Black Lightning's back for another season.
Yes, I heard. Yeah.
It's coming back.
Okay,
Second
Black
season.
Lightning.
Plot to
We can
that.
talk about this next time.
Yeah, we'll cover all that
Yeah,
stuff.
let's cover that.
Quick fire round. Bam! There it is, y'all. Final thoughts, opinions, last thoughts.
He's got none.
You're out.
Teen Titans?
He ain't watched Daredevil. So I'm not talking to him.
Oh, on Daredevil?
No, just in general.
Oh,
Anything else you need to?
Dang.
No, not really.
All right, that's it.
Not really.
I'm good.
All right, that's it. That's it for tonight, y'all. Great job, gang. Peace and out.
Alright, thanks for watching episode
God.
2. Hope you catch us
Watching,
next time.
listening.
Thanks for listening to
Episode.
6 Frames, episode 2.
Yay!
See you next time.
This one's more awake.
Goodbye.
We're more awake than this
Which is probably the
This is your good old buddy Chuck here, thanking you guys for listening to episode 2 of 6 Frames Podcast. Follow us on our YouTube channel at SiXFramesPodcast or email us at SiXFramesPodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's one word, folks, SiXFramesPodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to check us out on Podbean and also follow us on iTunes and make sure you hit that rate button. We'll also have our Instagram account and our loyal Facebook followers. Don't forget to leave those comments below. Thank y'all much, and we'll catch you next time.